What it do, Dream Team? It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with how good was Magic Johnson actually? We've reacted to a lot of Mike. We've reacted to a lot of Larry. But we need to get another pioneer of the game, Magic Johnson. Before we dive in, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media, Patreon, all up top. You don't subscribe to any of it, put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me, human. I talk back. You guys got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon and drop it in the comment section. What we got?
As a 5-time NBA champ, 3-time league MVP, Hall of Famer, and the straw that stirred one of basketball's most famous styles of play, how good was Magic Johnson really? Humble beginnings. Magic's childhood was far from lavish. He was born in Lansing, Michigan to an assembly worker and a school janitor. Since Magic had 6 siblings and 3 half-siblings, his parents had to work extra hard to provide for the family. Realizing his family needed him, Magic rose to the occasion and often chipped in by joining his father on his garbage collection route. His parents' work ethics were not the only thing to rub off on Magic during his childhood, as he picked up on another integral aspect from their lives, a love for the game of basketball. Magic trained with his dad night and day, teaching him the ins and outs of the sport. Magic was good, real good. It quickly became clear that Magic had a future in basketball and a chance to give his family a better life. As a 9th grader, he shattered the city record for most points in a junior high game by putting up 48. Then as a sophomore, he recorded 36 points, 18 rebounds, and 16 assists, all in one game.
He said 36 points, 18 rebounds, 16 assists. My God. I see why the nickname Magic caught on like that, because them performances are magical.
Recorded 36 points, 18 rebounds, and 16 assists, all in one game. Magic was making a name for himself, literally. This triple-double led to a writer from the Lansing State Journal referring to him as Magic for the very first time, and it became one of the most well-known nicknames in sports history. College life. Magic still had a ways to go in turning the sport he loved into a way to provide for his family. Even though he was a 2-time All-State selection and a McDonald's All-American in high school, he needed to prove himself all over again at the collegiate level to potentially one day hear his name called at the NBA draft. But being referred to as one of the best players to ever come out of the state of Michigan, Magic had his pick of the litter when it came time to choose a college. He landed on Michigan State after deciding staying close to home was important to him. Magic actually didn't consider this to be a launchpad for the NBA. Instead, he focused on becoming a TV commentator by majoring in communications, which isn't all that shocking when you consider his outgoing personality. But his plan B wouldn't hold him back. Magic thrived.
So his plan, so if basketball didn't work out, he wanted to be a TV commentator. That's very intriguing. I love that.
Shocking when you consider his outgoing personality, but his plan B wouldn't hold him back. Magic thrived on the hardwood for the Spartans and quickly became one of college basketball's brightest stars. As a freshman, he averaged 17 points, 7.9 rebounds, and 7.4 assists, and made it to the March Madness Elite 8. Sophomore year, he put up nearly identical numbers, but this time, he led Sparty all the way to a national title. It was the most watched college basketball game ever. Magic outdueled Larry Bird and was named the Final Four's most outstanding player. A star is born. Magic's rookie season ended up being one for the books, but first, he had to make the league. After dominating college basketball for 2 seasons, Magic decided to enter the 1979 NBA draft. Possessing such a unique skill set for someone standing at 6'9" and coming off a national title, it was no surprise that Magic went #1 overall. And while top picks usually join organizations who have fallen on tough times, he was drafted by the Lakers. The Lakers were coming off 3 straight playoff appearances and only had the first pick as compensation for losing a free agent a few years earlier. But being the #1 pick and playing in a city like LA, for a team consistently reaching the postseason, there were sky-high expectations for Magic. Pressure didn't faze Magic one bit. He managed to live up to those and then some. As a rookie, he averaged 18 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 7.3 assists per game, and was named to the All-Star team. And if that wasn't enough, he was a starter, a very rare and prestigious honor for a rookie.
A starter in the All-Star game? That's unheard of. I know Larry was selected for the All-Star team too, bro. Them two were just beyond talented, beyond skill. That's amazing. Yeah, these days for a rookie to make the All-Star game, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening.
And if that wasn't enough, he was a starter, a very rare and prestigious honor for a rookie. In addition to individual success, Magic helped the Lakers reach the finals after going 60-22 in the regular season. Then when LA was up 3-2 in the series against the 76ers, Magic's running mate Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was ruled out for Game 6 due to injury. People counted out the Lakers because of this. They had no faith in Magic. But Magic was used to overcoming tough times, and with his family counting on him, he had no choice but to rise to the occasion. He led the Lakers that night to a 123-107 win, as he put up one of the greatest stat lines in finals history: 42 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. He was named...
What'd he say? Have no fear. Magic is here. And he put up another magical performance. This as a rookie, bro. Started an All-Star game, get to the finals, lose the best player on the team. Kareem goes down, and to put up that kind of performance... Come on now. Come on. Get finals MVP. Come on now.
42 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. He was named NBA Finals MVP, becoming the only rookie to ever do so. That sweet taste of victory didn't last long, because Magic's second season in the league was one plagued by injury. He suffered torn cartilage in his left knee and was forced to miss 45 games. This didn't stop the Lakers from paying him, though. They recognized they had a one-of-a-kind talent in Magic, so they decided to give him a one-of-a-kind contract. The two parties agreed to a 25-year, $25 million contract, which at the time is the highest-paying contract in sports history. Showtime. With a recovered knee and healthy bank account, it was time for Magic to lead LA back to the promised land. After a disappointing season in which they got knocked out in the first round of the playoffs, Magic looked like himself again. He nearly averaged a triple-double with 18.6 points, 9.6 rebounds, 9.5 assists, and a league-leading 2.7 steals per game that year. He also joined Wilt Chamberlain and Oscar Robinson as the only players to ever record 700 points, 700 rebounds, and 700 assists all in one season. Thanks to Magic's stellar play, the Lakers found themselves back in the finals, where they would again knock off the 76ers in 6 games. After recording a series-clinching triple-double, Magic was named Finals MVP for a second time. But the following year, Philly would finally get their revenge.
2 final MVPs, that back. 2 final championships in 3 years. It's sick, bro. Magic C. First 3 years in the NBA, not in 3 years, but first 3 years in the league.
Named Finals MVP for a second time. But the following year, Philly would finally get their revenge on Magic and the Lake Show. They were again facing off in the finals, but things were different this time. The Lakers were riddled with injuries, with James Worthy, Bob McAdoo, and Norm Nixon all hurt in that series. We may call him Magic, but he couldn't take on the 76ers alone. Revenge became a recurring theme, as did the Lakers making the finals. After leading LA to a third consecutive trip to the championship series, Magic ran into an old foe in Larry Bird, who in an epic 7-game series avenged his loss to Magic in the NCAA national title game. But this just made Magic hungrier to win more than ever. A year later, the Lakers ran into the Celtics in the finals again, winning this time in 6 games and reclaiming their throne, as Magic averaged 18.3 points and 14 assists per game in the series. After 4 straight
averaged 14 assists. Yeah, players don't average that much assists. 18 and 14? My God. Yeah, those two was battling. So Larry beat him the year before. Magic said, I gotta get him back. He went and took it the next year.
18.3 points and 14 assists per game in the series. After 4 straight finals appearances, the 85-86 season saw the Lakers fall in the conference finals, bringing an end to their impressive streak. The following season, with people wondering whether Magic was over the hill and the Lakers dynasty had come to a close, Magic averaged a career-high 23.9 points per game, while adding in 12.2 assists on his way to winning his first regular season MVP.
24 and 12, bro.
game, while adding in 12.2 assists on his way to winning his first regular season MVP award. It wasn't just a regular season to remember for Magic. His dominance extended into the postseason, where he showed he wasn't ready to give up his crown, as he added another title and Finals MVP award to his growing legacy. Magic then had enough championship rings to fill his hand. Magic would go on to make the finals in 2 of the following 3 seasons and bring home 2 more regular season league MVP awards. Hollywood ending. We thought Magic would continue to win awards and compete for titles for years to come, but then everything changed in an instant. While undergoing a physical prior to the 91-92 season, it was discovered that Magic's life would change forever. He tested positive for HIV.
HIV took my guy, man. I would have loved to see if he could have won more rings. I would have loved to see, because that was around the time where Mike was stepping onto that stage, and Mike was like, it's my stage now. I would love to see them have a little bit of a rivalry for a little bit.
It was discovered that Magic's life would change forever. He tested positive for HIV. In a press conference on November 7, 1991, Magic made the news public and announced that he would be immediately retiring from the NBA. The news transcended the sporting world. It was all people could focus on. More than a decade later in 2004, it was named ESPN's 7th most memorable moment of the previous 25 years. Then, even though Magic was retired, fans voted him as a starter for the 92 NBA All-Star Game. Magic picked up exactly where he left off, filling up the stat sheet with 25 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds. On his way to being named the game's MVP, being named a starter demonstrated just how much fans and his fellow NBA peers respected him, and his performance proved just how good he was. The same should be said for his inclusion in the 92 U.S. Olympic basketball team roster, better known as the Dream Team. There was zero debating that Magic belonged on one of the greatest, if not the greatest, basketball teams of all time. Following a brief stint as coach of the Lakers, Magic unretired and laced him up in the purple and gold one more time during the 95-96 season. Even at 36, Magic made his impact on the court, averaging 14.6 points, 6.9 assists, and 5.7 rebounds per game in 32 appearances that season. He retired after the season ended, saying, "I'm going out on my own terms," something I couldn't say when I aborted a comeback in 1992. Legacy. Magic's resume was about as lengthy as they come. He was a 5-time NBA champ, 3-time Finals MVP, 3-time regular season MVP, 12-time All-Star, 2-time All-Star Game MVP, and 9-time All-NBA first-teamer. Over his 13-year career, he led the Lakers to the finals a remarkable 9 times, while averaging 59 wins per season. Such sustained excellence is rare in any sport. But he didn't just rack up personal achievements and bring his team success. Magic transformed the way the game was played. At 6'9", he broke the mold of what was viewed as the ideal point guard, showing that position didn't have to be reserved for just the small guys. Magic played a positionless type of basketball that was not normal back then, filling in wherever his team needed him. His combination of size, athleticism, and ability was unheard of. He paved the way for and inspired generations to come. Guys like LeBron James and LaMelo Ball. His fast-paced style and prevalence of flashy plays earned him and the Lakers the nickname of Showtime. To this day, Magic is still referred to as one of the best, if not the best, point guards the game of basketball has ever seen.
Definitely. Yeah, that man Magic Johnson was a monster, and deserves all the respect he gets and some. Him along with Larry and Mike definitely, they played a huge role in the success of basketball, period. But that's all we got for this one. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? You can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, give the video a thumbs up so it's suggested. Social media and Patreon are all up top. You can subscribe to any of it. Put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. Love talking to you guys. You guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. It's your boy Neal. Out.